Right, so we're going to an old abandoned mansion called Barron Hill. So we've parked just on a road where there's houses. I'll leave that location underneath now. Now we're walking up on the pavement, but we are going to jump over that wall in a minute. Yeah, I think we're looking at us. So once we get in these woods inside of us, we're in then. So what I think, yeah, so spin it round now. We're having it. So this is where we're getting over. Oh shit. Right, we've just climbed up that wall there. And we're in the woods now. We're just going to follow this road. Looks like there is a bit of a path here, doesn't there? So we know it's in this direction anyway. So we're off the road now, so that's good. So there's something here, isn't there? That's like the footings of a building, isn't it? That's mad. Whatever this used to be. Let's keep going. Some more here, but we've no idea what it's for. So this used to be. I'm studying what used to be a building. Say it again. Wow. God, these are. Yeah, there's another one there. God, this is cool, this, isn't it? Yeah. This is a really, really old tree here. I reckon all local kids must come here and chill. Because I would. So we're climbing up over it. Up on it. Wow. This is cool, isn't it? Oh. Just bark. Some weird pit here. How mad, right? So this tree here has fell. Now this here, this looks like a big old tree. Now I'm not having, this has fell perfectly in line. Yeah, so it's wrapped round it. So I think this is really, really, really old and it's been falling for a long time. Because you can see where that's grown up and it's pushed it out. Grown round it, maybe. Who knows? Moving on. Wow, that's a big one again. What? What? Look at the size of that tree. I don't think this camera's doing that justice. Wow. There. Wow. That is mad. That is absolutely bonkers. Whoa. Oh, someone's in the woods. I wonder who that is. Oh, should we wait here a minute? Or should we just go? So there's loads of people here now. So we know we're getting close. And there's an angry grandson who kicks off with people who comes here saying you shouldn't be here. A grandson of the person who owns it, or used to. I don't believe that.
I don't get why you get upset.
I know. There's nothing to ruin. Right, look at this. Wow, look at these trees. It is like Narnia, isn't it? Or whatever. Let's go under. Wow. This is amazing, isn't it? Oh. There's more brickwork here. Hey, imagine saying you're a grandson, right, of ruins. And then, what? Oh, I thought it was dead high buildings, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it must be. This must be at the start of it.
Oh, that. So again, there's some more walls. Yeah, so we'll spin it round. Where? Wow, look at these trees. There's some sort of buildings here. We can hear more voices, so. I'm not sure. Hey, that might be a way in. Looks like there's a doorway to your left. Wow, look up there. That looks like there's a doorway. Hey, we're in. I could smell chives, can you? I think we're in, guys. Look at this from the woods. Right, we're behind the wall now. Don't know what we're in. Oh, it's just room after room, Sarah. This is cool. Wow. Imagine kicking people off for being here. So there's a way around there afterwards if you want to. Then we can get through here. Is it a drop? Are we alright?
No, it's not that much of a drop. There is a drop.
Is there? Big slate still on the roof. Do you want me to go first? This was the old toilet. There's the old pipes. And then there's a smashed toilet on the floor. And then there's a piece of shit here. Sorry, I had to. Did you? Wow. Yeah, let's have a look. The old wooden door frames. Whoa. See, I don't think we're in the major one yet. I think these are like all old outbuildings. There's a motor there. There is an old engine or motor for whatever that's from. I would imagine this is like the outbuilding slash tank house, something. All these here are buildings. There's buildings there. That's a big building. Wow. Can you imagine this when it was in its day? Yeah. Like the scale of buildings here is mental. Old nail. I think they're big steel beam. So this is a big room here that you wouldn't even... Tell you what, the ivy's done a good job on it. It's just fully taken it back to nature. That's an old trailer. So they have really big, thick steel beams that run the full length. So I would imagine in there, I think that was a car garage. I do, because you're good. These pillars here are definitely not big enough to take the strength of that. So I think they've gone from side to side, and then now and again there'll be drops. I definitely think that was a car garage, which would make sense to this trailer here. Look at that. There's the double, so what do you call them? Then there's two twin axle trailer. Oh, it was a big one. Ah, look, there's the roof of it. God, that was a big one then. So whether it was for animals. Hey, Sarah, this is an old oven. This is one of them old ovens. Wow. Yeah, so that used to be, they called something then, where you used to have the fire in there and you would cook. Is there any branding on there? Wow, bet that was a fortune in its day. Whoa! Look at this ivy that at one time, for some reason, the strings. Wow. Hey, I think this was like stables. I think that was for cars.
Drinking things.
Is there? And I think that was for drinking there. This is mad. Let me just have a quick look in here. So, what's that on the floor? That looks like old leather. Do you think that's from horse saddle or something, maybe? That is another, I think that's another cooking. I think they call them ogres, not Ogarth. Wow. Who's that? The old window. This is a very small random room. Oh, that's a staircase. Is it? Oh, that's a staircase there. It's probably to go up on top of the garage or whatever it was. What do you reckon they are? I'll come in and have a look now. They're mad. Let's have a look. This is a cool little archway. I wonder if this was just for storage. This is, I'll tell you what, this is way bigger than I thought. I'll come back to you in 1 minute. I'm just going up, checking up here. Wow. So that's the back of where we've just been. So I'll go back down to Sarah. I don't even think we've scratched the surface yet. I think this is just like the garages and stables and that stuff. So anyone that's watching this, what do you think these are? So they're like domed. Oh, they're all the way along. Do you know what I think they'll be, Sarah? Mirrors. Do you think these were stables and the horses could in each bay for some like would it keep them company or something? You don't reckon? That, yeah. Right. Okay. That's not a bad shout to be fair. So anyone watching this, what do you think? They're all the way down as though there would be bays. So I'll tell you why I'm thinking that. So old mirrors used to be, they were never flat. They were like domish, weren't they? And you could polish the steel. Yeah. Yeah. And then this old leather, that's giving like horse kind of stuff. Hey, an old bottle. Let's see if it says something on it.
If it was had a bigger end, I'd use it for my shelves.
Oh yeah. Doesn't actually say anything on it, but look at the lid. That looks old to me.
Not say anything out there. Like,
No, I don't think so. Put it back where it was. Yeah. I think that's a fuel tank from a car. That's one of them. They used to. They were
like they call like an Argo.
an Arga, yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
You don't turn them on. They just hot for.
Yeah. So you set a fire in them. It's all from, unless they're gas. I'm trying to work out if that's a chimney there. I think that used to be a chimney. So I think there was different levels to this. Yeah, very grand window there. Height check. Wow, that's part of the door. Right. Oh yeah. Someone there. They're all the way along. So I think that was a fuel tank for a car. That's my bet. These were defo stables, look. Is that what you were saying? The water tank. Usually, I would imagine they're copper or brass. I don't think that's stone. Oh my god, that might be like bronze. Let me try and scratch it. God, that would be an absolute fortune. Or is it stone? Oh my god, it's stone. It just, yeah, it's actual stone. But imagine how heavy that is. Look at that window there. So then vain horses can look out. So we've got more of them all the way along. Hey, can you imagine how many horses they had to have all this? Yeah. So the picture that this is printing with us now, I'm going to show you. So watch this, just as I'm talking. That's the old window with actual bars on. I wonder why there was bars. Who are they trying to keep in there? Let's have a look. Can we see anything else? So this room here, the only window has got bars on. Now call me crazy, I have a feeling that this room was a holding room. Well, you might all laugh. I would imagine there was a toilet here. This is a bit eerie, I'll be deadly honest with you. High ceilings, no other window apart from one with bars. I reckon that there was a holding area for no idea. But they put it next to the stables. So if they're holding someone that they don't want there or they need to move on, they're not even in the house, they're literally in the end room of the stables. I think that was a holding room. Is there? Let's have a look. Wow. I wonder if this is a washroom for the horses. Yeah. Look at them tiles still standing. All this is a cast iron. God, this is like a grand. I think they were lights, maybe. Fridge. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. One. This might have been the. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's a fireplace. You're right. And then this, like Sarah says, probably a fridge. Never seen one like that before. No, I think it probably was a fridge. But, so, she's probably right there. Unless it was some sort of oven. Yeah, so the inside, yeah, she's right. Let me just check if it's pot. I didn't know whether it was like a thing to keep it warm. Oh no! Let me check if it's pot.
Let me check if it's hot. It's an oven.
No, you know if it was pot. More tiles. Like shaped like the van. Now all them, I think, were old lights. Or they would have candles in. I can see writing under one of them. It says US Crane Patent something. Let me go to the one next to it. One sec. Patent something. God, can you imagine what the house is going to be if this is the stables? These are some snazzy metal tiles. So look at this. That's where the pipe will have come through. So this was some sort of showers, because every single one of them, they definitely were bays. Yeah, so where they've all got mirrors. Look at this. Bay, 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 bay. In the middle, they've all got the same hole. So that's where the pipe will have come out for the shower. If it was a shower, I'm imagining it was. There's a stopcock. You're joking me. No way. The water stopcock's here still. Yeah. So I've just said on the video, you can see where all the bays used to be. And then there's holes drilled in every one in the tiles for shower heads. So this was defo, some sort of wash. Yeah, wash shower room. Could well be. Could well be. They could well be. I was trying to think of. They could well be. So there's some sort of paint pattern still on this plaster. Is there? Whoa. God, this is so mad. Right, so they did have electrics. Because there's some very basic leftover remnants. So this was probably the mains room. Bits of all sorts. God, this is so mad, isn't it?
Wow.
Oh
It's like you don't realise.
no way! No way! You wouldn't even know that. I was going to head that way.
That's quite a new route, that.
Yeah, it has. That's mad, isn't it?
Fresh, isn't it?
Yeah, unless it was just very, very good wood, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Someone's tried to like, it looks like repair it.
Yeah. So this has got barriers on the windows, and so's that side.